Yeah, the developments today. We're told that Monaco have bid for Folarin Balogun. It was a written offer and it has been rejected by Arsenal. Arsenal are not budging at the moment on their valuation of around £50 million for Folarin Balogun. He's into the final 2 years of his contract, but he wants to make that move to get regular first-team football. What we do expect to happen now, though, is Inter Milan to really push to sign him. They were in for Lukaku, but he started talking to Juventus, so they said thanks, but no thanks. They went in for Balogun again, but couldn't agree a fee with Arsenal, so they switched their attention to Gianluca Scamacca. Thought they were going to get that deal done. Atalanta came in. They couldn't match the conditions that Atalanta were offering West Ham United. So as we've been mentioning, Scamacca is now an Atalanta player. So Inter Milan are refocusing their attentions back onto Folarin Balogun. For this deal to be done, though, it looks like Arsenal may just need to relax that £50 million asking price if Inter Milan are to be able to get this deal done.
You've just recapped on the Scamacca news, which is good because I was going to ask you to do that. If Scamacca has gone out the door, does that mean West Ham are close to bringing someone in the other way?
Striker-wise, it's a difficult one because we know that when Declan Rice left, that was going to be the main priority. And Mark has mentioned one of the other priorities was in central defence, and they're still looking at Harry Maguire. I think they want to focus on those two positions as their primary focus. As it stands, they've still got the likes of Mikel Antonio, Danny Ings, Divine Mbama as well. They've got three strikers in there. I think if one of those three were to leave, and there's lots of talk about Mikel Antonio, entered the final 2 years of his contract. There's been interest from a variety of clubs, including clubs in Saudi Arabia. If one of those was to leave, then I think West Ham United might have to revisit that.
And let's just recap on the Lavia. I can't remember which one of you told us about Lavia.
I'll give you one guess. The boss. Lavia.
Thanks. Nicest thing you said.
So just recap for us.
Yeah, so Liverpool have made 1, 2, 3 bids now for the Southampton midfielder, Romeo Lavia. The latest is worth around £45 million. It has, as the other two, been rejected by Southampton. We think Southampton are standing firm on their £50 million valuation for Romeo Lavia. We think Chelsea were interested as well. Personal terms not expected to be a problem with either Chelsea or Liverpool. But we think now that Chelsea are moving their attentions to the Leeds United midfielder, USA international, Tyler Adams. Definitely one to watch, but talks are ongoing between Liverpool and Southampton over Lavia.
How tough is it for Leeds? It's been a fire sale already, and just Premier League clubs, as always, when clubs get relegated, picking off their players. This is a difficult time for them.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But what they've tried to do is try to protect the football club. Often when you go and try to sign a player, they will only sign the deal if it suits them. And it will suit a player if it's got a release clause that says, if we get relegated, I can leave for this fee next season. And if they don't have that inserted into their deal, there's a very good chance they wouldn't sign that contract in the first place. Obviously, Leeds also have to protect themselves and think about things financially. If you're paying a player £50,000 or £60,000 a week, in the Championship, that almost becomes unsustainable. So you have to also think, well, if these players aren't going to take a pay cut, we need to get them off the wage bill. And if that means sending them out on loan for a season or selling them for what we paid, then at least we balance the books, because that, in this day and age, is so crucial.